My name is Preston Noble. A little bit about myself. I come from a family of 6 kids. I grew up just since I was little, always playing sports with my dad, my siblings. Just fitness activities always been a part of my life. I'm studying to be an exercise and wellness major. Plan on going into physical therapy. I have done one bodybuilding show. It was just this past November, the NPC Western Regional. I had never thought of doing a show before. I just barely started training this past year in June, so about 7 months ago. I'd always been, a little muscular, but I wanted to get bigger and filled out. I was working out, and one of my buddies was just like, "Hey, I did a couple shows years ago," and I was like, "Oh, really?" I had no idea you could even do amateur shows. So when I found that out, I got really excited and started training right away for it. I felt like I did really well. I got 2nd in the novice and 4th in the light heavy open class. But the biggest change and accomplishment that I felt so far is just probably a change that I've seen inside myself, having to do with just the spiritual, emotional, physical, all the aspects of life that just being healthy and fit can bring out in someone. So I love Bodybuilding.com, going on and just reading all the different articles, different workouts that people come out with. I've never really stuck to a program longer than maybe a month. I'll do one, I'll be seeing the results, I love it, and then I'll read something new and I just want to try it. It's worked for me, and it's helped me a lot to be able to just recommend different routines and programs to get different results to lots of different people. My basic training now is just 6 days a week. I always take the Sundays off for the rest. I'll do my cardio in the morning. I like to stick to the basic, chest and tris, back and biceps, and then I'll go do some legs and shoulders on the same day. Tried to keep my workouts generally a little shorter than before. Before I started training, they would go 2 to 3 hours sometimes. Now generally an hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, sometimes I'll switch it up and I'll just be like, hey, I feel like doing a whole body workout today. We'll just do it and get it done. General rep range, yeah, I'd say just about a 10. I'll always go on my reps and I'll just do one more, like I'll count 8, 9, 9 again, and then I'll go to 10. Just to make sure I'm getting, one extra one in there. I try and do a 5-5 cadence. If I'm gonna be doing like 3 sets, I'll do 2 sets normal and then the middle set where I just lower the weight a little bit and just going slow, 5 up and 5 down. I know a lot of people, they already incorporate the 5 seconds down or going slow down, but the hardest part is going slow on the way up because it's a light weight and you can just push it up, but just having that patience and discipline to just sit there and just kind of let it burn and rip is what I've liked. Try and keep my rest in intervals. I generally count between 30 seconds or a minute. As soon as I'm feeling up to it again, I won't take any longer rest from that. And I think that's helped in my cardio. I like switching up my cardio. I'll do some swimming in the pool. I'll go for, a rollerblade ride in the morning or do some bikes, things like that. My most favorite is something I just started doing recently. That'd be interval lunges on a treadmill. I'll just hike up the incline on the treadmill to between a 5 and a 10 and do about a 1.8 to a 2 speed. And just sit there and do like 1 minute of walk and then 1 minute of lunges, 1 minute walk, 2 minute lunges, and switch it up like that. And I know that's helped in my cardio a lot. Like, I enjoy it. You only have to do 10 to 15 minutes of it and you're done. And I found the studies that I've done, and it's just helped keep your GH levels a little bit higher while you're sleeping if you do them right before bed. It's helped a lot. As far as I can tell, up till now, I haven't hit a plateau. Just every week I can just keep seeing the results, and I think that's why. Yeah, I've done some crazy exercises. Just a couple weeks ago in training for this, actually, I went and I tried one of the hot Bikram yoga classes, and that was honestly one of the hardest things I've done so far. That was definitely intense, and I felt like that helped lean me out a lot, shred up. Probably one of my favorite workouts is just the 4-Hour Body Program by Timothy Ferriss. It was a really different principle if someone's never tried it before. On my rest day, I don't do any cardio. I get in a little bit of extra sleep, actually. Trying to prepare mentally for the week coming up, make sure to plan ahead, what I'm gonna be doing. One of my motivations that I posted on BodySpace was mirrors. Like, when someone can see your actual physical results and you'll congratulate yourself for that, the more and more motivated you'll be to just keep going back and pushing yourself. and then just loving the atmosphere, you know, at the gym. Any good trainer or fitness person should tell you that the diet is super, super important. I love oatmeal in the morning. Just right when I wake up, my body's hungry and I'm just, you know, craving something to eat. And I always mix like a tablespoon of peanut butter, almond butter in the oatmeal and a scoop of protein powder and stir it up and then cook it after that. And then throughout the day, between every 2 and 3 hours, I'll eat another meal. So generally about 6 to 8 meals a day. Try and get that perfect 7 though. It just consists of either brown rice or sweet potatoes as my carbs, and then I'll just vary the meals in between some lean ground beef, turkey, chicken, and I go between tuna and tilapia for my fishes. It's super simple. I wake up every Monday morning and I just cook all my food, Tupperware it out, prepare it for the week so it's all ready to go. That's what's helped me the most during the week. If I just have to go somewhere, just have a couple meals in my bag and I'm off. So I do definitely have a lot more just carbs and everything when I'm off season. I still keep it fairly strict. Come from a home, just my mom doesn't like, you know, going out to eat, not a lot of fast food. She always makes sure, you know, to have just good carbs and keep all the greens. There's always a vegetable and fruit on the table every time. If I'm even just going to buy food, I always make sure to look at the labels. Going to restaurants, I always like choose what I want and then go back and kind of take one thing off the list. Like, I really want that, but okay, I can do without that. That kind of acts as like cutting my cheat meals out. I myself haven't done cheat meals. I'll have a little cheat, you know, piece of something here and there. Nutrition, diet is very, very important. I love learning about it. I love telling people about it. I feel that's one of the biggest changes I've had is just learning about my body specifically. So I would encourage people to do that because everyone's body is honestly totally different. One person could recommend something to you in nutrition-wise and it just doesn't work and you're wondering why, and you just have to go just seeking, finding new answers until you find like what perfectly fits you nutrition-wise. Supplement-wise, I've kind of gone both ways. I've gone to almost the extreme using lots and then kind of going back to just sticking to the few basics. Right now, I'm just keeping it simple, sticking to basic 3. Obviously, protein. You need to have a high protein intake in your body if you're going to be able to increase your muscle mass and as well as dieting down. So when you're losing the fat, you're not going to be taking off your muscle mass as well. Protein is, you know, absolute #1. And then the amino acids, so we'll stick to the branch chain. So I like taking those in the middle of my workout. One, it gives me a little more energy throughout my workout. And then right when I'm done, just kind of helps convert my body back between just the catabolic and anabolic faster. It tastes great. Do a little bit of fish oils, you know, all the omega-3s, 6 and 9 here and there. Not necessarily for the show. I do it more for like skin purposes. Supplementation is just exactly what the word means. It's a supplement adding on to an already good base nutrition and diet. To check out my full program, just look at the page below. If you have any more questions about training, you know, any information, my BodySpace username is Preston Noble. And for more content like this, check out Bodybuilding.com.